A very common question I get is what time control should I play if I want to improve my chess? For most of my students who are ranked between 0 and 2000 on chess.com, I have a clearly preferred time control. So in this video, I want to talk about why I have such a clear preference, what time control it is, and why playing classical chess sometimes sounds like, oh yeah, this is the smart move, but actually when you consider all of the aspects of your chess improvement situation, it's not what you should do. So let's talk about why not classical chess first. Now, obviously, if you play over the board, actually one of the best feelings is to play classical games. I really love that. I think it is the purest form of playing chess. But that is competition. And even if you want to improve at playing over the board classical chess, I don't think playing online classical chess is the smartest move. So what many people miss is that we need to take always into consideration how much time do you have, right? And how much time does a certain activity take? Now, if we compare classical chess to, let's say, rapid games, what is happening here? Let's say you have an hour every day, so you have 6 hours a week. If you say you want to play classical games, then that classical game, at least online, is like 30 minutes plus 0. It might even be longer. So that already takes up a full hour. If you want to play twice a week, that's 2 hours. The problem is you haven't even analyzed your games. So at the very least, we are already at 3 hours. So playing barely 2 games a week just to try to get better at chess will take 50% of the time that you have for chess. And that is a lot. And even if we can argue, well, if I play classical chess, right, I learn more because I have more time to think, I'm feeling like I make less obvious mistakes. Well, that's nice, but the question is not, do you learn more than in a rapid game, but do you learn more than in maybe 2 or 3 rapid games in the same time? You might play 10 plus 5 instead, which is a rapid time control I recommend to many students, or 15 plus 10. Right? And you can get 2 to 3 of these games in the time of one classical game. So the question now becomes is playing the classical game giving you 2 or 3 times more improvement than playing a rapid game? And I strongly argue, no, that's not the case. Because what happens often if you check your own classical games is that you will make similar mistakes in a classical game than in a rapid game. Maybe you're at some point getting into Threshhold and then hanging a piece. Well, you could have done the same in a rapid game, right? You could have gotten to that point way quicker. Or you're making a clear calculation mistake. What I also see is that people play classical games. In the first 4 minutes, you hang something, or your opponent hangs something. The game is essentially decided, and for the next 50 minutes, you are just converting a piece up position, or you're trying somehow to get back from a piece down position. There's no learning effect anymore in this, and it would have been way better for you and your opponent if you would have just, finished that game quite quickly. I don't want you to resign. You still have to play, but you don't need to waste 50 minutes of your training in that position. So for that reason, playing rapid gives you just the most bang for the buck. Now, I've also got a lot of people that when I say this to them, they are saying, well, but Noel, when I play rapid, I always get into time trouble and I can't fully focus well, and then I make big mistakes. And now, yes, it can be difficult, especially early on if you're not very used to playing chess, that you're not as quick. But the problem is you're only getting quicker by experience. And when you play classical games, you get so much less experience than if you're playing rapid games. And here's the one thing that solves this problem for most of my students. The problem is not how little time you have. The problem is how much you want to see during a game. What I discovered is that basically everyone who gets into time trouble in rapid games just has a too high threshold for what a good enough move is. They want to see everything. They want to think like in a classical game, but play a rapid game. That obviously doesn't work. You can just try doing the absolute basics. Let's say you're just saying, I look at my opponent threat, okay, is anything hanging? Second thing you're looking at is, can I take something for free? And if both questions are a no, you just say, okay, I'll just make a developing move that doesn't hang something. That's it. That's my rapid chess. And guess what? Below 2000 online, that's basically enough to play a decent game. Slowly, you will learn more about strategy. So your good enough developing move will get better. Slowly, you'll learn more about tactics. So you don't only have to look for, is something obviously hanging, but do I have a 2-3 move tactic, right? As you're getting better, you can look for more stuff in the same amount of time. Getting into time trouble is not a problem of playing rapid. It's often a problem of wanting to see too many things and thus spending too much time, getting overwhelmed, and then later on being in time trouble and making a big mistake. Now, if you wanted to push this even further, you could argue, well, why not playing Blitz? Why not playing Bullet? Why not playing Hyper Bullet, right? At some point, there is a threshold, and especially for amateur players, I really believe that is rapid, where your moves are still decent. And there is, when you go over this threshold or under this threshold, so you're playing Blitz, you're so stressed from the first moment on that you're not really thinking, but you're just moving. You're just making random moves. And if you play random moves, what can you learn from that, right? You can't say, I thought about XYZ, next time I should think about ZYX, right? Because you didn't think, so there is no learning moment. So everybody has to kind of feel out, where is my good threshold, where I can still think. I need to push myself to not think about too much, to focus on the basics, those things that really matter. And which time control is that? As I mentioned, for most, it's 10 plus 5 or 15 plus 10. These are the two ways that you can get the most learning for your time. When you get stronger, so for players my level, on Grandmaster level, we rarely play Rapid online. We would play Blitz because even in a Blitz game, we can use our calculation skills. We can use our knowledge. We can train our openings. We can feel out the position and go for a plan and immediately realize, okay, that wasn't good, right? I can do that better next game. So for Grandmasters, for strong, I would say titled players plus, it makes sense training with Blitz games because, again, we get so many more games. We get so many more openings that we can get experiences in. We get so many more decision-making moments. And as we are so strong, we can take these simple decisions. And by the way, also Grandmasters and Blitz, we are just looking at tactics. We have a good intuition, and so we go for something, right? It's not a super complex thought process. But as we are so strong, we can look at this. So if you have limited time and you want to get better at over-the-board classical games, but even if you just want to get better at playing online Rapid, for both of them, I highly recommend playing Rapid games, 10 plus 5, 15 plus 10, something like that. Try it out. And when you get into time trouble, force yourself to make easier, simpler moves. Look for those easy tactics. Yes, don't just blunder your pieces left and right, but then that's it. And if your level is 700, to be very honest with you, you will hang pieces. That is your current level. You cannot avoid this if you're playing classical game. You cannot avoid it if you're playing daily games, right? It's just your skill level at the moment is hanging pieces, right? So you need to get better at chess. That has nothing to do with the time control that you're playing. And once you're pushing these 2000, maybe 2001, 200, once you're going in the direction of a titled player, you can also test out playing some Blitz games. Maybe you start with 5 plus 3 and you really look through those games and you're thinking, did I actually learn something or am I just making moves? As long as you're making moves, it doesn't really make sense to play Blitz to learn. You can play Blitz to enjoy your life. If you enjoy it, hanging pieces, that's great for you. But that doesn't mean that it is good for your improvement. That's all I have to say. See you in the next video.